Everybody, here's a little addendum to the bacillus isolation or enrichment, and that is doing Clostridium. And Clostridium is also going to be in the soil, and it's going to be in the very same conditions that you got your bacillus from. You're going to pasteurize the soil. In fact, you can see use the very same sample. But what you're going to do is use something called an anaerobic jar. You'll basically streak onto a petri dish, and then you will use this little guy called an anaerobic jar. And we have enough of these for probably maybe 3 of you, 2 of you can maybe use 1 of these at a time. And what this is just a container that you just basically pull it apart, and you will put your plate inside, and you will, well, let's just pretend it's a labeled plate, even though this is not. It's got some of your sample, your soil sample that you pasteurize, that you put on here. And you've labeled it Clostridium, okay, instead of bacillus. So what you will do is go ahead and put this into the little anaerobic jar. You've got some water available. I'll take the lid off here. Okay. You've got a 10 ml pipette, which is somewhere, oh, there it is, okay. And you've got, importantly, this thing. This is a gas pack plus packet. What this has in it is a reaction. So how do you use this? Well, you can read the directions, but basically it says you peel the corner open, you add 10 mils of water, and then you place this thing with this catalyst and stuff pointing out, so the printing side in, and you just set it down and close your jar. So here it is, ready to go. I take this, I open it, I kind of make it so that there's an opening down there. I'll maybe even take the little pipette and kind of squash it open a little bit like that. You can either set this in here or leave it on your bench top, it doesn't matter. You take a little bit of water, 10 mils to be exact. Okay. It doesn't have to be super, super exact. And you just drop it directly into, see the water going down there, into the pack. Now that's activating with the sodium bicarbonate and the other stuff in there, and it's starting to produce hydrogen. And starting to then get rid of the oxygen that's in there. You put your lid on and you kind of squish it around. It's got a little Vaseline on the rim, makes a nice tight seal. Then you take this piece, which is your little closer, and you can see it just fits over the edge, and then you just screw this down tight. Not reef it down tight like crazy, but you can see it's basically holding, it's clamping these edges down. It's clamping on this end, and it's pushing down on the top. So you get a nice seal. And then this is a thing that's closed. You make sure it's closed. In fact, what I've done with all of these is I've taken them and blown on them and make sure I can't feel any air coming out, so that I know that this is a nice seal. And then you just let it go. And you'll take this whole jobby and you'll stick it into a 30-degree incubator and let it sit for however long, probably several weeks. And you'll go ahead and let your Clostridium percolate away. When it's time, we'll all go together and undo these, but Clostridium will grow very slowly. But the important thing is you now have taken a soil sample, you've pasteurized it, which killed everybody except endospore formers. You use some of that pasteurized stuff to look at and isolate enrich for bacillus by just putting on a TSA plate. And now you've taken the same sample, and by just incubating it anaerobically, you end up enriching for a whole different organism, our pal Clostridium. So This will be a long-term enrichment, but it should be really easy and kind of fun to do.